it up, it's the sound. They must lick all around. Even ring, no hold down. Here we go, count them down. Feel the heat in the air. Every move, no despair. Stretching crowds everywhere. Hear the echo if you dare. Yeah, you're listening to just the track. Feel the snap. Play it back. In the spotlight we shine, every match on the line. Hear the bell, it's our time. Moments ours, that's the sign. Fly high, hit the mat, no retreat, that's a fact. Every slam, every whack, take a breath, don't look back. History on display, every night, every day. Feel the war, can't delay. In this ring, we all stay. We all stay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestle Tracks. I'm Lee Houston. David Burton's in the house. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
First of all, before we go any further, we got to. I want to start condolences to the Bronk family. The Bronk family, who you know as the suicidal, genocidal, homicidal, the most extreme athlete, Sabu. He went on to hardcore heaven, if you will. And we wish
and he passed on Mother's Day.
And we send our condolences to his family.
A lot of people are waiting to hear what is the cause of his death. I'll find out in time. People just speculated.
I got the news that day. I was in church actually. Not in church, but I was at the news. I was at home. Mom got the news. I'm like, oh shit, Sabu passed. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, my phone was blowing up from the media outlets and social media posts. I was like, what is going on? And I seen it. I was like, whoa.
So our condolences to the Bronk family. We wish them all the best. At least he went out doing what he loved to do. He had his last match. Literally had his last match.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, not 3 weeks ago. It was going on 4 weeks ago. WrestleMania weekend. GCW's Spring Break 9 against the idiot Joey Janela in a barbed wire match. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, that match was hard to watch. Sabu had no business in the ring.
Well, man, I'll tell you.
But Sabu in his prime was an amazing performer. He's what I call a 5-tool player because he can do everything. When he really wanted to, he can wrestle. He was an amazing wrestler. He can do all the high-flying stuff. He can brawl. He can do all the high spots. Mm-hmm. And, of course, all the hardcore stuff. And the things he was doing was things we never seen before. Yeah. And he's part of the main reason I got into ECW to begin with. Yeah. Just the simple fact that everything that everybody did in ECW was the polar opposites of what WWE and WCW was doing, and he was part of that main reason.
I don't know if it was GCW or Bloodsport. I saw Natalia Neidhart over there.
Yeah, it was Bloodsport.
Oh yeah, Bloodsport.
Okay. If you want to call it a fight, an NXT type underground thing they do, which every match is basically that, Bloodsport. So it's basically NXT underground, the entire show. Speaking of Natalia, I know Natalia's going to be taking place in NWA's Crockett Cup. She's going to compete against Kenzie Page and challenge for the NWA Women's World Title. And that show will take place at the 2300 Arena, the former ECW Arena. Rhino will challenge Tom Lattimore for the NWA World Heavyweight title. But going back to Sabu, yeah, that was definitely a trendsetter.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not forget wrestling and his family.
Yeah.
He's the nephew of a legendary Sheik.
Yeah. By the way, this is too close to my laptop. Apologize. I'm trying to get it to where it can be right in front of me here. But yeah.
It's interesting because the last Dark Side of the Ring episode was on the Sheik, and Sabu was heavily featured on that. And it's crazy. The Dark Side of the Ring will go on to be his last appearance. Yeah, it's sad. Like, he literally just had his last match almost 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week, he made an appearance at a wrestling convention the week before. Well, last week. It's crazy. But yeah, damn, that's crazy. You literally just saw the man's last match, and then this happens. So we lost another ECW original. But let's get back to wrestling. Next week is going to be a busy weekend for the WWE. Next week is Saturday night's main event, and it's going to take place at the Ewing Center in Tampa, Florida. Now, for everybody that's in Tampa, the WWE is going to be there for the next 4 days. They start Saturday with Saturday night's main event. After Saturday night's main event, it's NXT's Battleground. Then you got Raw, and you have NXT, all in the same venue. Now, you can either purchase your tickets individually for each show, or you can buy the 4-day package. And I've seen some of the prices. They're pretty steep. They're pretty expensive. And here is the updated card for next Saturday's Saturday night's main event. You got Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul. CM Punk and Sami Zayn are going to team up to face Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. R-Truth is going to battle John Cena. And Damian Priest will face Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match.
Mm-hmm.
And to stay on subject of Saturday night's main event, the next Saturday night's main event after next Saturday will take place on July 12th. The city and venue has yet to be named. So WWE announced they're going to be doing 3 Saturday night's main events a year. They already did one in January. There's one next month, and then after will be the last one in July. And let's go back to Battleground. NXT Battleground. History is going to be made because it's the first time the TNA World title is going to be defended on the WWE programming. Joe Hendry will defend the TNA title against Trick Williams. Oma Femi will defend the NXT Championship against Miles Barn. Stephanie Vaquer is going to defend the NXT Women's Championship against Jordan Grace. And Tony D'Angelo will face Trading Stacks Lorenzo.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. WWE's ticket prices have been going up lately. That 4-day package, man, that's pretty damn expensive. I was looking at some of the prices, and one of the prices I seen went all the way up to $1,000. Of course, it also depends on where you see it too. So, Yeah, it's pretty steep. Now, me personally, I wouldn't go to all four. I would probably do one, maybe two. But that's me. I know it would be nice if they did that in Dallas.
Oh yeah, it would be, man. Like my problem is they come to Texas, right? They go to San Antonio, they go to Fort Worth, they go to Houston, they go to quote unquote Dallas, Arlington, but they go around Dallas, downtown Dallas. I'm like American Airlines Center, Dallas. That's my frustration.
Yeah, I remember TNA came to Dallas. And some people were a little upset because they was expecting Dallas.
Yeah.
Come to find out, technically, yes, they were in Dallas, but they made it look like yeah, we're gonna be in Dallas, but we're gonna be in downtown Dallas. But they were in Deep Ellum.
Yeah, man. And parking over there ridiculous.
Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Deep Ellum, technically Deep Ellum is in Dallas, but it's in the outskirts of Dallas. Some people don't consider it Dallas. So when they said that, I was like, oh. But yeah, I only been there once because NXT did a show there in 2016. I forgot the name of the venue, but it's in Deep Ellum. And I expected the same thing. You know, they said downtown Dallas. I'm expecting American Airlines Center or that other place. I forgot the name of the other place that's in downtown Dallas. I was expecting one of those places. But then I was like, no, it's in Deep Ellum. I was like, where the hell is Deep Ellum? But yeah, only been in Deep Ellum one time to go to that NXT show in 2016. It was a very, very good show. Very good. Seeing Austin Aries and Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe and DIY. No, Adam Cole wasn't there yet. But yeah, it was a pretty nice show. But I'm looking forward to this Saturday night's main event, just off the card alone. It was like, I like what they did with R-Truth because they kind of made him a little more serious. Like, yes, he's still doing the comedy thing, but they made him also a little bit serious. I was like, I liked that. I like R-Truth. He's a good worker when he really wants to be. But I just think they need to tone down the comedy stuff a little. But that's actually one of the matches I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to every match on that show, to be honest. They don't have not one match I'm not interested in, even though it's only 4, but I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait. No, everybody here in the States will get to see Saturday night's main event on Peacock and NBC. And for those who are not in the United States, you will get to see it internationally on YouTube. And I think Netflix. I don't remember. Yeah, Netflix and YouTube. Internationally.
Yep.
So this will be the first Saturday night's main event to air on Netflix. So that's like, for example, let's say you're in Canada, you don't have Netflix, you get to watch it for free on YouTube.
That's nice.
Yep.
I know.
Well,
Sick,
you
man.
get to watch it for free here if you have NBC, but you know what I mean. Well, there's being simulcast on both NBC and Peacock here in the States.
Oh yeah.
Which is good because you don't have to pay to watch the damn thing. And NBC here in the States is a national syndicated network. So everybody has access to NBC.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be good. Now, first of all, I want to send them out the way. On our YouTube channel, we posted a AI host because I didn't feel like because I'm testing something out, and a few people like it, a few people didn't. You know, that's how it is. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to continue to do that for two reasons. A, every now and then I don't feel like putting out a show. That happens sometimes. B, every once in a while I lose my voice. So if I can't talk at all, I'll turn the AI, the AI hosts over there. Uh, we had two different episodes. Well, we had one last month and one this month. So I'm gonna call those two guys what you call it, uh, Jimmy. They sound white, so I'm gonna call them what you call a good white guy named
Like Jimmy.
huh?
I got it. Jimmy and Adam. Adam's a white boy name.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, but I don't want to sound.
Well, screw it. Adam and Emily were our guest hosts for the last broadcast on YouTube. You can check it out on youtube.com/WrestlingTracks TV. The backlash review, and basically I put that out and people didn't like that because it's like AI thing, all that shit. But here's the deal: either A, and this happens all the time with podcasts, radio, host stuff like that. You don't feel like it. So if I don't feel like it, I would definitely turn to AI and put something together and they'll do it for me. B, I lose my voice sometimes. How you gonna talk about no voice? So it is what it is. Secondly, we have brand new merch here and there, not all the time, every once in a while on Teespring. Bear with me. It takes me a minute to get this out. We're working on customizing this thing. You go to wrestling-tracks creator hyphen t I'm sorry wrestling-tracks creator spring.com. That's our store. We have two brand new shirts. One, the Skybox shirt, and the other, our new logo shirt. Here's the deal. It's 30 22. Probably, right? So without checkout, it's like 40 something bucks. With checkout, it's like $36, $37. Use the code Happy Mama. Yes, I know Mother's Day is over with, but I'll let you slide. I tell you what, Mother's Day is over with, but I tell you what, I'll give you to the end of May. Yeah, we'll get to the end of May, and I'll let you slide Friday with free. Friday, I'll let you slide with free shipping and $12 off. So you got the end of May. You go to wrestling-tracks creator spring.com. You click on what you want. You check out anything over $30 or more. So it gotta be $30 or more. So you use the code Happy Mama in all caps. You get the shirt. Use the code Happy Mama, and if you happy paying $40, God bless you, more power to you. Thank you very much. If you want a discount, you might want to use that code right there. Now I gotta warn you, Teespring provides the fabric. Wrestling Tracks provides the idea. If you have a problem with the fabric, be careful washing that thing too often. So sometimes the shirt fades. That's not Wrestling Tracks' problem. You can talk to Teespring about that. They provide the material. Okay, their material, our idea, and we collide and we make magic. You feel me?
I gotta say, well wishes to JR, Jim Wells,
Yes,
who's
sir.
been diagnosed with colon cancer. He's going into surgery next week. Sending well wishes for him and hope he's doing fine.
Yeah.
I also wish well for Hogan. He hasn't been feeling well. He's been dealing with some issues. He's going to be having neck surgery in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena's been a little under the weather.
Under the weather, the man almost got cancers.
Yeah, skin cancer. And he's been feeling under the weather lately. The last couple of days. Wow.
Yeah.
John he's resting. He's working and resting. Peacemaker season 2, by the way, a little cheap pop for you.
When is Peacemaker coming out?
I don't know. Somebody told me it started already.
Oh man, so if it's on there now, season 2, I'm missing it, man. The last time we saw Peacemaker, the last season, Grayson, not I'm about to say Grayson Waller, Amanda Waller, her daughter outed out everything. Like, look, this Project X, this is what we do. We've been doing it for years. This is what happened. This needs to stop. And Amanda was like, "Oh shit." That's the last time we seen Amanda Waller and all that stuff. The funny thing is the first episode, John Cena picks up after the movie. After the movie,
Suicide.
yeah. So the doctor said, "Hey, you're free to go." John Peacemaker took that as I can go home. No, like you're free to leave the hospital. You're going back to. He's supposed to go back to prison. You're free to leave the hospital, and he went home.
Speaking of movies and TV shows, Liv Morgan, who's going to be off TV for a couple of weeks. She's currently in Japan filming a movie, which is a reason why she hasn't been on TV.
I'd love to see that movie.
I think she's going to be gone for a month or so.
Yeah, Lord, a month without old girl.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's like, all right, go make your movie, and then you come back.
See, this is why people like The Rock and John Cena try to tell you can't do both. This is exactly why The Rock and them try to tell you. They try telling y'all you gotta pick one or the other. You can't do movie and go wrestle. If you wrestling, you get injured. Or you do a movie, go injured. That affects everything.
That's where you become a part-time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that did happen when The Rock got injured at his WrestleMania 29 match with John Cena. He was actually filming a movie, and they put the movie on pause for 6 weeks.
Yeah. So
it was like, all right, you train, you recover, and you come back to work.
Yeah. This is why if you gonna do movies and wrestle, you gotta do one or the other. You can't do both.
True. Not to say that somebody can't get her doing a movie.
Oh yeah,
because a television show, it's happened.
Oh yeah, Lita broke her neck one time.
Yeah, and let's not forget Samoa Joe got injured doing a commercial for WWE, and he suffered a severe concussion, and he was out of action for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, WWE's got that concussion protocol. I know their doctors. I heard their doctors suck, kind of. So here's what people don't know, is that WWE do have their own doctors. And everybody has their their own doctors. I remember Bryan Danielson told the story not only in his book but in an interview. He tried to leave the WWE. Mm-hmm. Why? Because when he retired, he was working the comeback. He gets cleared by his personal doctor. Mm-hmm. Goes to his wife's doctor, Brie Bella, because they both have separate doctors. Goes to her doctor and gets cleared. Now that's two doctors he gets cleared by. Two different doctors. Goes to WWE's doctors, they don't clear him for a year. And he actually requested his release, and Vince said no. Mm-hmm. On 2 occasions. Now, that was before he got cleared to return in 2018, when he came back and made that speech. That was during that period. But yeah, WWE's doctors didn't clear him for a year. So the way that works is you got to get cleared by your doctor. Technically, it doesn't matter. If WWE's doctors don't clear you, you ain't coming back. Mm-hmm. But pretty much that's how it goes. That's why so many people take forever to come back. It didn't hit me at first, but now I get it now. It's like, I see. Some people be good to go, and then WWE's doctors, they don't be clearing them. No, R-Truth tore his quad. He was ready to go in 9 months. WWE's doctor said no. They didn't clear him until a year after. Of course, I think the reason why they didn't clear him is because it got infected. He developed, and he actually spoke about this in an interview. Tore his quad, got an infection, and the infection caused him to get sick, and he almost lost his leg. Mm. So me personally, I think the reason why I think that's the reason why WWE's doctors didn't clear him until a year after. It's like, yeah, we're not going to take any chances. Mm-hmm. But that's crazy. I was like, no. Yeah, WWE's doctors, man, they need to lighten up. If somebody says they're ready to go and they've been cleared, let them go to work. It's like they be holding people hostage. Like, yeah, we're not ready yet. Mm-hmm. Well, first they give you a physical, and then WWE's doctors clear you. And then you get a physical and you get hired. They give you not a physical doctor, like one of those physical training tests they put you through. Mm-hmm. Which I heard several wrestlers talk about that test, and that test is not an easy test to pass. It's like, okay, we're going to give you a couple exercises, and we call this the WWE physical. You get past this, you're in.
You know, I want to ask you this. A while ago, did the WWE, there you go, they bought AAA Wrestling, right?
A while ago?
Like, yeah, a month ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this. Will they have to will they shut it down and bring everybody over to the company, or can they run independently and just send somebody over them to oversee it?
They could do that, but honestly, I have no clue what they're going to do. The only thing I know that they are doing is the Worlds Collide thing, which they're going to involve several AAA talent. And I know a lot of people's been talking about this. Like, yeah, so that means Alberto Del Rio is going to return. Yes, that's technically true, because he is their world champion.
Oh, wow. Burber trying to get back in for wow.
Yeah, but he kind of messed that up with his legal problems, and he was also talking shit about Vince and Triple H in the past.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, he kind of stuck his foot in his mouth. They wasn't bringing him back regardless, but now it's a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, TKO, I want to say, but they got the AAA promotion, and it's placed under the WWE banner, of course. But yeah, I do not have a clue what they're going to do with AAA. They may keep it running and have somebody come. Well, they don't need to have somebody come in. They can just keep the same people that was running it to begin with and do their own separate thing. Or they can just do what they did with WCW, just not do a damn thing with it. And just take several wrestlers and then take the tape library and add it to the network. So they may even do that. But they did try to do something with WCW, but that failed. But anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know. Plus, it's also up to TKO, not just WWE.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. If AAA is going to stay in business as a standalone company and continue to run shows, or they're just going to get rid of it, keep the tape library, and pick up some talent. I don't know. We'll just wait and see what happens.
Like back in the day, WCW, they when they shut down, they had night champions, all titles on the line, win, lose, or draw. Whoever's champion the next morning, you bring your champion. I don't know I know somebody picked it up, they mailed them in, whatever, and the champions go to headquarters. And now this part is my assumption. You put them in you put them in the vault, and that's it.
Oh, that's exactly what they did. They kept their belts.
Yeah.
See, WWE keeps all their championships locked up in safes.
Yeah.
But I do know that there were some lost championships, but they found a lot of those championships. If you watch the show, what's that damn show? The Treasure Show they had on A&E, where they went to reclaim a lot of the stuff they didn't have,
mm-hmm.
so they can put it back and do whatever they choose to do with it, whether they put it on display or put it in a safe. They found the original 1963 WWE Championship belt that was held by Buddy Rogers and Bruno Sammartino. I'm just using some of the things they found and got back as an example.
Oh yeah. Like there's one with Medusa, Alundra Blaze Medusa. She still has her championship belt under lock and key.
Well, they got that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who has that.
Yeah.
The thing is, she kept it all those years. Remember when she left? Here's what people don't understand: when you win a championship in a wrestling company, you are responsible for that championship. The company doesn't take it and put it in a safe somewhere. You carry that championship belt everywhere you go.
Right.
So you are responsible for that championship. And now, if you happen to be a champion and that company goes out of business, then you basically keep the belt. The belt is yours.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, of course. What else are you going to do with it? Save it? You mean sell it, get it back? Like, you're out of business.
Yeah.
So they're out of business.
Now, my lack of understanding itself. I've been watching. I watched that episode. Well, at the time she was Medusa. She took the championship, threw it in the trash. I'm like, no, she didn't. And you telling me?
She did throw it in the trash, but she just kept it.
Oh, okay. So after the show, they gave it back to her.
She kept the belt. She never gave it back.
No, I'm talking about WCW. She dropped the title in the trash.
Oh yeah, well she took it back, but yeah, she kept the belt.
Yeah.
All those years.
All right.
All those years.
I will never forget back in 2018. I want to say 20. It had to be 2019. That was when AEW started. 2019, 18, 19, whenever it was.
19.
Yeah, Chris Jericho literally lost the belt.
Oh, he didn't lose it. It got stolen.
Yeah.
It got stolen out of his limousine. Some idiot broke into the limo and took the championship. To their credit, they found the belt and got it back.
Now, I'm just saying, this is me. If my champion loses my belt, you won't be champion much longer, or at all, or ever.
I think a lot of people did what WWE did. See, WWE is smart. They made a ton of replica championships just in case something happened like that. Okay, someone stole the title. Well, we got another one anyway. Well, in case we don't get it back.
Though I would like it back, though. Those belts are expensive to make. Those belts.
Yeah, it reminds me of something Scott Hall said when he appeared on the Jerry Springer show in January of '96. He was Intercontinental champion, and he gave the actual Intercontinental belt to a kid that was dying of cancer. And he told Vince, like, I gave the belt away. Vince was like, you did what? And he told that story like twice. He was like, you did what? And he was like, I know we got replica belts. Like, yeah, but you just gave it away? Then he told him what happened, and Vince understood. Like, you could have told us first. You could have told us first. It's like, next time you want to do something like that, ask.
Damn.
Well, so I get the kid is dying of cancer, but damn. Tell us first. Don't just do it. Like, yes, we got replica titles. It was like, shit. No, Vince was mad and relieved at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew we had replica belts. It's fine.
Well, y'all, we got to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Hang on a second.
This episode is brought to you by Backup Deliveries and More, LLC. They put the D in delivery. Call 888-871-BACKUP. That's 800-8-712-2587 or 817-204-7259. Visit WeGotBackup.com or find them on Facebook. You can save a whole lot of money with their services. And here's great news. They're in need of drivers. If you have a CDL license, contact them today and get paid.
Yes, sir. We are back. By the way, I had a cool Father's Day commercial lined up. I can't find it, but Father's Day around the corner, and I'll tell you one thing: for those of you that your dad's he loves receiving gifts. Amazon got all kind of stuff. They got you covered from tech to tools. You find the man, get the man you like something awesome. Amazon.com from all kind of prices. Amazon has you covered.
I love Amazon. By the way, TNA's next pay-per-view is Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm.
In July 20th, in UBS Arena in Elmont, New York.
I got good news for you here. You got two options with the AEW pay-per-view, right? Double or nothing. Option A, you could go to ppv.com, buy the pay-per-view there. It should be like $56, so it's like almost $60. Or go to Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, that is. You go to Prime Video, and you get it for $54.11. Now here's the catch with that. Yes, there's a catch. The problem is it's a good catch. The problem is they don't release it. They don't unlock it till the 18th, which is 2 days from now. They don't unlock it till the 18th. So on the 18th, you can get $50, $54.11 together, buy the pay-per-view, and afterwards you keep it forever. Unlike ppv.com, which has a certain amount of time you can keep it and watch it and all that stuff for the cutoff access.
Speaking of Double or Nothing, it's the same night as NXT's Battleground.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be going head-to-head with each other. And here's the card so far for Double or Nothing. You got Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay in the finals of the Owen Hart Men's Foundation Cup Tournament. And the winner will face the AEW World Champion, whoever that is, at All In. Jamie Hayter will face Mercedes Moné in the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament. The winner will also face the AEW Women's Champion at All In. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, will face the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Tony Storm will battle Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's Championship. And FTR will face Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. And then you have this Anarchy in the Arena.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stupid match.
They haven't had this in a long time. It's been a minute.
Last time they had it was last year's.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah.
You got the elites in the Blackpool Combat Club. They call themselves Death Riders, which they suck. They're so boring. Battling Swerve and Samoa Joe and Brian Cage and the rest of their group, the Ops, which is a stupid name for a stable, a group.
They gonna say to his face.
I would. It's stupid. Just like Cope is stupid.
Oh, tell me how you really feel then.
I just did. It's stupid. The Anarchy Arena, the Stadium Stampede matches are horrible. Horrible. When you have, for presentation-wise, that is a horrible match. And they continue to do it. That just shows their stupidity. Like, you got two teams of 10, and they're fighting all over the arena. You can't physically show everything. The camera cuts and the split screens, it's annoying. It's just a horrible match to watch. And it's even worse watching it in person. And the fact that they continue to do that is just horrendous. Again, it doesn't surprise me.
I would hate
to. And then to make matters worse, your World Championship hasn't been seen since October on television.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would hate.
Your crown jewel, your World Heavyweight Championship belt hasn't been seen on television since October. And we're in May going on June. They need to take that belt off of Moxley ASAP. They should have done it 3 months ago.
Well, damn.
It's so stupid. Stupid. And don't get me wrong, WWE has their faults, but they get a pass because they do every damn thing right. Despite the fact that they have faults, they still do everything right. That company is ran the way a company is supposed to be ran, like a well-oiled damn machine. Their future is set for the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. You look at the Performance Center, you look at their NIL program, their WWE ID program. Then you got Evolve, their television show that just launched. That company's doing everything right. despite the fact that they do small things wrong. Yeah, they have their faults, but they're the best at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick anything they do over AEW's doing right now. And here's the thing with WWE. You can not watch a WWE show for 3 or 4 months. Watch it today, and they'll give you a 2-3 minute movie trailer type hype video or promo, and you're caught up. You do that with AEW, you're going to be lost. You can't do that with AEW. You can't even do that with TNA. You're going to be lost. But then again, TNA is doing a little bit better because their stuff actually makes sense as opposed to with AEW. Because AEW, none of their stuff makes sense at all. Only a small portion of things that they do are actually good television. But the rest of that shit is just hard to watch. Don't get me wrong, they have good matches, but good matches don't draw money. Good matches don't sell tickets. It's the lead up to the match. It's the build up. It's the story. It's common sense. I mean, if you think about it, that's why we watch every movie or every TV show that we watch is because of the story. That draws the money. It's the build-up. That draws the money. Every book we read, every show that we watch, every movie that we watch is because of a story. And it's the same thing in sports or combat sports. If it doesn't have a good build-up, it's not going to draw money. You can have the greatest wrestling match, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't have a good story leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
AEW stories are not good because they don't make sense. Like Bobby Heenan once said a long time ago, yes, it's entertainment, but it has to make sense. Everything you do out there has to make sense. It's not rocket science. Make it make sense. You know, that's like when TNA was having women beat up men. It's like, why is Tessa Blanchard beating Brian Cage? It made no sense. And all I did was marry Brian Cage. And look how big Brian Cage is compared to small-ass Tessa Blanchard. And she beats him? Where's the sense in that? No sense at all. Even a person that doesn't watch, actually it doesn't matter. You look at them two on the street, you know who's going to win in a fight just looking at the two of them. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. Make it make sense.
Speaking of making sense, I'll tell you this. I would hate to be a stagehand and clean up after the Anarchy Rules match.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Ooh, I hate to clean that up.
Good job.
We got blood.
That's not going to be fun.
We got blood. We got tacks. We got burnt stuff everywhere. Oh, gosh.
And you see, that's the thing. See, in certain places, which a lot of people don't know, if you mess a place up, they might tell you not to come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're not allowed to come back here. It's like, why? Because you trashed the place. That's like if you're in a hotel and you mess everything up, they're not going to tell you to come back.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we don't want you back here. It's like, why? Because you trashed the place. But yeah, you're right. That's not going to be an easy thing to clean up. And it's bad enough you got to clean up everything the fans drop and throw around. And then, but that Anarchy in the Arena match, that just gives you extra stuff to clean up.
Oh, man. Like, I watched that. I'm like, what the hell is this, man?
When they made the match for the first time and then they described the match and how the match is going to work, I was like, yeah, this match is going to suck.
Uh-huh.
And my friend was sitting right next to me. He goes, how can you say that? The match hasn't even taken place. I was like, did you not just pay attention to what the guy just said the match and the rules was? I was like, presentation-wise, it's not going to look good. It's going to suck. And I kid you not, the day of the show, he watches the match, he calls him, he goes, you know what, you was right. I was like, I ain't the type that told you. I'd say I told you so, but I told you so. That's how I knew the match was going to be trash. Why? Because you got to think about the presentation. If the presentation's not good, the match is going to be garbage. And the fact that they continue to book these matches is just retarded to me. It doesn't look good on television, and it doesn't look good in person. Now, if it was less people instead of 5 guys on each team, if it was 2 teams of 2, that's fine. That can work. But when you got 2 teams of 5, and you got 10 guys, and they're fighting all over the place in different areas throughout the arena, it's not going to look good on television. It's not going to look good in person. Why? Because they can't physically show everything. You got camera cuts. You got multiple split screens. It's just terrible. None of those matches are good to watch. It's like with WCW and that World War III Battle Royal they had. The 60-man Battle Royal. One of the reasons why they stopped doing it is because of the presentation. Now, on paper, yeah, it's a good idea, but when it all laid out on television, it was a terrible match. If you haven't seen it, you can look it up on the network. It's called World War III. 3 rings, 60-man Battle Royal, 20 guys in each ring. You watch the match, you'll see what I'm talking about. Bad presentation. Presentation-wise, the match was terrible.
I remember Vince Russo, like, this dude's obsessed with poles, man. Towards the end of WCW, everything was on the pole. Damn.
The guy sucks.
Everything was on the pole. Viagra on the pole. A contract on the pole is fine. A contract on the pole, that's fine. But then he out of control with it. Viagra on the pole. This on the pole. That on the pole. Hey, let's put this on the pole.
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then the pinata fell off the pole and broke mid-match. I was like, oh.
And you want to talk? You didn't want to talk like disrespectful boogie. James Brown. James freaking Brown. Nobody promoted. They didn't promote it. They didn't announce it. He just showed up. This is the Godfather of Soul, and this is what the hell?
He did the same thing in TNA, booking stupid ass random matches that made no sense. Mm-hmm. An electrified steel cage match, a last rites match.
Basically, a casket match.
Battle Royal. What the hell?
That was stupid.
That was one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
So
how you have 20 guys outside of the ring?
I was gonna explain, but yeah.
The match starts outside of the ring. They gotta fight their way in the ring, and then once in the ring, they gotta throw each other back out of the ring. And then the last 2 guys have a one-on-one. That was just stupid. Yeah. That was ridiculous. The only 2 good matches TNA had was the King of the Mountain and the Ultimate X. Which was not Russo ideas, by the way.
Yeah, the King of the Mountain is just a reverse ladder match.
Yeah, that's actually a very good match. Instead of you taking it down, you're actually putting the object up. It's a reverse ladder match. You're absolutely right. That's a good concept. The Ultimate X, good concept. Feast of Fire, that sucked.
Well, that right there.
That was a Russo match. Why? Because it was a pole match.
and then the payoff, man. Because check this out, you got 4 contracts, right? 4 contracts. One of those contracts is a pink slip.
I'll tell you what, I'll give Russo a pass. That was the actually pole match, so it's actually really good. Now you can go in and continue.
Yeah. So you got 4 briefcases. You got 3 championship matches, and one of those briefcases is your fired pink slip. So you're basically congratulations and good luck in your endeavors at the same time.
So you had 8 guys in the match, and 4 guys would climb the pole and get a briefcase. And each briefcase, 3 of them had championship title matches, which is the same thing as Money in the Bank. You can cash it in anytime, anywhere, any place. And then that 4th briefcase was a pink slip, you're fired. So you had the world title, the X Division title, and the tag title.
Yeah.
And that's a match they don't do anymore. They still do the Ultimate X. They still do the King of the Mountain. The Feast of Fire they don't do anymore.
They bring it back every once in a while. Every blue moon.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again. I'll give Russo credit. That was actually a good pole match.
Yeah.
But yeah, all those other matches he came up with, and then the storylines was just pure trash. Oh, and how can I forget Judy Bagwell on the forklift?
Oh,
what the hell was that?
Back in the day, a few years ago, not a few years ago. It had to be like somewhere in the 2000s. I can put a time on it. There was a company that is a funeral home that tried to have rest of the company, and that was horrible. And they decided to have a casket match. Now their casket match, the loser goes in the casket. I mean, that's not how this works.
That's dumb.
To win the match, you gotta put your opponent in the casket. These guys decided, hey, why don't we get the loser in the casket? Which is stupid. And that comes. Yeah. And then they did everybody a big old favor and shut the rest of the company down and just stay at funeral home. Thank God.
Yeah, Dan to be Severn quit WWE because of Vince Russo and his stupid ideas. He was like, you know what? Yeah, I quit. I can't do this. I'm not a character. I can't be a character. I need to be taken seriously. I'm out of here. I quit. I quit. And Vince Russo even had the bright idea of having Ken Shamrock wrestle China, and Ken was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not flirting with China. I'm not wrestling China. I'm not doing that. You know, he came up with a lot of ideas people said no to. And he wanted Steve Austin to lose the Jeff Jarrett match, and Steve Austin was like, absolutely not. I am not wrestling Jeff Jarrett. I am not losing to Jeff Jarrett. It was like, oh man. Then he wanted Austin to be booked in a program with Mark Merrill. After Mark Merrill got beat up by his wife Sable and got powerbombed by her, Austin was like, nope, absolutely not. You just buried the guy and you want me to work with him? It's like, nah. Absolutely not.
I'll never forget the day that Austin packing. He took his ball and went home. They want Austin.
Owen Hart's another one. He wanted Owen Hart to have an affair with Deborah, and Owen was like, absolutely not, no.
Like, so Austin was supposed to. This is after Russo, by the way. So this is a King of the Ring qualifying match. Not first round, second round, third round, semifinals. Nah, qualifying. You're going to put Austin against Lesnar, a rookie, by the way, in a qualifier? Nah.
A random qualifying match on Raw. And Austin's problem was there's no build-up, just a random match. Like, I'm the biggest, well, not anymore, but I'm one of your biggest stars in the company. You do this? Yeah, quit. Yeah, he wasn't happy for a long time, too. So that was the last straw. And then you also got to remember his personal life wasn't doing that well neither. Because little did we know, he's beating the shit out of Deborah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Which is why I call certain people who boo Hulk Hogan hypocrites. Now listen, if you don't like the man for your own personal reason, I'm fine with that. But here's my problem. If you're booing him just because of his racist comments and you cheer somebody else for doing something, that's what I have a problem with. Now here's my thing. You boo Hulk because he says some racist comments. Yet you cheer Steve Austin, knowing that Steve Austin hit a woman and beat this woman multiple times. So by you booing Hogan and cheering Austin, that makes you a bad person. That makes you a hypocrite and you have no boundaries. Because you're basically saying it's okay to hit a woman, but it's not okay to make racist remarks. Is Hulk a racist by saying racist remarks? No. Does Steve Austin go around beating up women every time he meets a woman or he's in a relationship with women just because he done it in the past and makes him a woman beater? No. But those types of people, I don't like. And I think Hogan just gets a bad rap by those types of people. Now, those types of people, I don't like. Those types of people, I despise because all they do is, what's the word I'm looking for? Expose themselves for what they really are. The types of people they really are. And Hulk has done a lot of things. He's refused to wrestle people. He's refused to work with people. He's even lied. But so has a lot of other of your favorite wrestlers. And a lot of these fans, they know that. Yet they continue to cheer these guys. But you boo Hulk. That makes you a hypocrite. So those types of people I don't like. Mm-hmm. Steve Austin's refused to lose to people. He's put his hands on Deborah. He beat the woman multiple times. The Undertaker's refused to lose. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, The Rock, just about every major big name in the wrestling business at one point in time has refused to lose to somebody. And I can promise you this, Hulk is not the only wrestler to lie. I can guarantee you that. Mm-hmm. So y'all people need to chill out and re-examine yourselves and re-examine your damn boundaries. I'm a Hulk fan. I grew up a Hogan fan. I'm not the type of person I just described everybody else as. I like Hulk. I do wish he would stop lying, but I like the guy. Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest and get that out the way. Those are the types of people I don't like. Mm-hmm. Not cool. Not cool at all.
I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. May, what is that here?
I think it's at the end of May.
Yeah, let's see here. For Double or Nothing, if I can find
the
it.
23rd.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20. Ooh. Shout out to Owen, man. Much love to you, brother.
No, wait. 25th.
Yeah, 25th.
25th.
Yeah. May 25th, we're Phoenix. Then I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna cross the street. I don't know how I'm gonna do this at the same time, mind you. I'm gonna go across the street to NXT and check out Battleground. So
you're gonna be going head to head.
A live wrestling going on at the same doggone time. And of course, if you're a wrestling fan, and you must have your fix. You gotta have your fix. I recommend YouTube.com, TB14, to TH14, and WWE Vault.
Yes. This next week is going to be an interesting week. I call it a wrestling weekend. Of course, it starts Thursday. Actually, the whole damn week, to be honest, because wrestling's on every week.
Well, shit, my house is on every day.
As far as the weekend goes, it starts Friday with WWE SmackDown. Then the following night, you have Saturday night's main event. Then the night after that, you have Battleground going head-to-head with AEW's Double or Nothing. Then you got Monday Night Raw. Then you got NXT, and the whole week starts over. And of course, Wednesday, you got AEW's Dynamite. Thursday, you got Impact. And then Friday, you got SmackDown. Of course, I'm not going to forget about the NWA Power, MLW's Fusion, which also airs Thursday. What's the other? Dark Side of the Ring, Tuesday night at 10 on Vice.
Mm-hmm.
Ring of Honor Thursday. So it's going to be a stacked week and a weekend next week.
Man, like I said a while ago, as far as wrestling is concerned, and I mean this only in wrestling terms, we're scratching that itch.
Yes. You know, we would have killed for something like this 30 years ago.
Mm. Everybody's too doggone tribal, bro. Like, bro, just enjoy professional wrestling. If you like WWE, love WWE, AEW, love AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, whatever. Love all of wrestling. Just love it. If you like them, cool. Stop being so dang on tribal and just love it. Just be cool for everybody.
Yeah, if you don't like it, buy something else.
Yeah. And of course, there's all of our dearly beloved critics out there that have the nerve to use the F word in this industry. Look, we'll come to your job, Chris. Chris, how you do your job. I don't go on the street corner and tell a girl what street corner to stand on. I'll go to McDonald's and tell when the fries is done. We'll come to your job and criticize how you do your job. So don't you dare fix your mouth or something you don't know when these guys doing what they doing.
Yeah, that's why wrestlers get offended fast. And I give credit to the wrestlers who are able to maintain their composure and keep cool from not knowing that they want to hit that person and show them just how fake it is or how fake they think it is. You gotta have a lot of restraint, because I'm sure some people be wanting to deck somebody. Like, this guy just insulted me.
Mm-hmm.
And did it very, very, very badly.
It's indeed. Well, y'all, we got to go tonight. We'll see you guys next time on Wrestle Tracks, everybody.
Everybody take care and be safe.
Turn it up, it's the sound. Wrestling all around. Living ring, no hold down. Here we go, down for down. Feel the heat in the air. Every move, no despair. Stretching crowds everywhere. Hear the echo if you dare. Yeah, you're listening to Wrestling Tracks. Feel the snap. Lay it back. In the spotlight we shine, every match on the line. Hear the bell, it's our time. Moments ours, that's the sign. Fly high, hit the mat, no retreat, that's a fact. Every slam, every whack, take a breath, don't look back. History on display, every night, every day. Feel the roar, delay in the swing. We all stay. We all stay.